This society reminds me of a toxic parent. It is very reminiscent to me of that parent that, loves you when you behave the way it wants and doesn't love you anymore when you don't behave the way it wants. Society is a narcissistic parent. Competition is huge in this society. From TV shows about competition to school where competition is omnipresent, grading system, the admission system, the way we congratulate people that are successful in this society, that are considered successful versus the others, how winners are applauded, praised compared to being the loser. All of this creates a fear to not be validated, to not be a part of something, to be excluded from the whole. This is very vicious. This society reminds me of a toxic parent. It is very reminiscent to me of that parent that, loves you when you behave the way it wants and doesn't love you anymore when you don't behave the way it wants. Society is a narcissistic parent. This I like you if dynamic, this shaming when you're just not the way I wanted you to be dynamic might be familiar to many people, especially if you're already coming from a home where this dynamic was already at the center of the interactions. What do you think is gonna happen? Of course, you're gonna start comparing yourself a lot to other people. You're gonna be obsessed by being approved by others. Being validated will be your number one goal, consciously or unconsciously. But it's there, and everything turns into a competition for you. All of this is subconscious, all of this is happening in your subconscious. So as I was saying before, if on top of that you already grew up in a family with that kind of dynamic, it's going to affect you even more and impact the way you perceive the world, success, happiness, your own value even more. This is affecting your decision in life. You're not living for yourself, is what I'm trying to say. So I need you to understand a few very important things to help you getting the hell out of this very, very wrong, toxic belief and pattern that you have. Every time you feel like you're not good enough, every time you feel like you're doing this again, comparing yourself to other people and feeling less, or falling back into being in competition with other people, feeling that this life, this experience we are having on earth is a race and you better run and be faster than the others. Just to remember these few things that I'm going to share with you right now. You are the only one. You are the only person on earth who knows what's best for you. First, a very important thing. Nobody knows what's best for you. It's not a philosophical quote that I'm telling you. It's facts. I don't know what's best for you. Your parents don't know what's best for you. Nobody knows what's best for you. Society doesn't know what's best for you. No one knows what's best for you but yourself. 2, nobody is going to the same destination. No one. So you better seriously start focusing on yourself and look at your own screen instead of looking at other people's screen, because they are not going where you're going. So it might seem sometimes that some people are further in life than you are and they are doing better than you, but you guys are not going to the same place. So you don't want to follow just everybody. You want to seriously start focusing on you and asking yourself the right questions. 3, you need to start being crystal clear with yourself about who you are and be honest about how you want to live this life, seriously and honestly, for you and nobody else. And 4, success is literally going from a point A to a point B. The point B being the destination you want to go to, wherever it is, okay? Wherever it is, it's up to you. If you made it from the point A to the point B, you are a successful person in whatever it is that you're doing, whatever field you are, whatever project you undertake, no matter how small, no matter how big. If you made it, this is what success is. Your definition of success isn't other people's definition of success. It's up to you to decide what you truly admire and respect. Understanding this truly shifted my perspective of the world, of my life, of the perception I had of what life was supposed to be like, was supposed to look like, because I really grew up in an environment where I was given, I was taught, I was depicted an idea of success that I really struggled with, because it didn't resonate with me. As long as you seriously start understanding what's important in life is doing what you truly want, you're good to go. It is normal to compare yourself to others sometimes, because we live in a society that is asking you, that is demanding that you do that all the time. It is draining you. And here are a few things that I do to stop comparing myself to others, to stop feeling smaller than others, to stop feeling like I'm lagging behind in life, to stop feeling like this is a competition and I'm late, I won't make it where we have no idea. So here are a few things that I do. The first one, I really spend less time in social media. Disconnecting from social media, especially, Instagram. Like, I use YouTube to listen to music mainly, watch video that I find uplifting. So when you use your time in a quality way, this is a win-win situation. I used to spend a lot of time on Instagram, Facebook a little, but way less. That can be very draining and addictive. Even though I really formed a little bubble in Instagram, because I really chose to follow only pages that are whether uplifting or that really teach me important stuff for my development, it can still be, challenging for the ego to constantly be reminded that you are not necessarily where you want to be yet. Oh, this person is so far away already. The ego is always there looking for a way to try and make you feel like try to compare you to others, and this entire social media world is designed to do that, and it can be challenging, and you really want to not be judgmental with yourself about that. This is not you truly feeling that way. It's a normal reaction at some point. You just want to take a step back and reduce your time on a platform that is designed, at least today, to compare you with other people all the time. So I started to do that, and yeah, trust me, my mental health improved. I'm not even very present myself on social media. I don't post a lot. I have my art account where I post my art, but I'm not a social media person. Like, it is hard for me to keep up and be very, very present, because I am so connected now to myself. I try to spend a lot of quality time, cocooning time with people that I care about, and nature, of course. Lots of that. And this is incredibly rewarding, to just come back to yourself and realize how agitated and controlling this world can be if you don't pay attention. So first thing that I do is that. Second thing is to be aware of everything I explained before. Now I am very self-aware, and so I am very conscious of how society is controlling us into thinking a certain way, feeling never good enough, because the society is dysfunctional by definition. And so when I find myself in a situation where I am being compared to another person, which happens to us many, many times, especially women, I remember the society we live in. I am conscious now, and so I don't let it get to me, because I see what's happening here. I see what's always happening, and I take back my power by only remembering, hey, okay, I see what's happening. I know what you're doing, and I don't care. Again, women especially are constantly put against each other, compared to each other for whatever reason. Reminding yourself of that is going to be so helpful in situations where you get triggered, your insecurities get triggered. Why? Because you are compared to another person. People are telling you stuff about where you are in life, what you look like physically or whatever. Just remind yourself, that take the distance to remind yourself that this is society. Welcome. I don't hate you anymore, society. I know that you are very dysfunctional and seriously up. I forgive you. I hope you get well soon. But I know my worth. You won't get to me anymore. Nope. Being self-aware is key, because you are taking back the control of your life when you do that. You no longer let, this world get to you. Society get to you. This is a very important point, is to be self-aware, is to be conscious. A third thing that I do when I feel triggered, when I feel like I'm lagging behind, when I feel like I'm still not where I want to be and I see so many people striving and I'm happy for them, but it's reminding me that, oh right, I'm still not where I want to be, and it scares me. It makes me feel like I might be late. Maybe I should hurry up. What am I doing? And all those, those fears starts rising. This is what I tell myself. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. There is a grand scheme of things and you're never late or too early. This is a wrong, false idea that your mind will create to again try to get some kind of control over a situation it doesn't understand. You are never late. You will never be late. You will always be exactly where you're supposed to be. And so try to remind yourself of that and educate your mind on that, so that when this feeling rises up, which is okay, don't be judgmental with yourself again, and remind yourself that this is your journey. Your journey is unique. Your journey is not their journey. You are exactly where you're supposed to be on your journey. This is an excellent transition to my fourth point, which is to seriously start focusing on your journey. We get triggered so much, we get distracted all the time with this external world, that makes you feel like you're lagging behind. Hey, look, they did that. Hey, look, what about that? Hey, you get so confused about what you actually want at some point. You don't even know who you are anymore. You get distracted all the time. And so you need to refocus on yourself. Look at your own screen. While you're looking at other people's screen, your character is literally driving in the wall right now. So look at your own screen. Determine what truly matters to you. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody. It only needs to make sense to you. So take some time, organize little cocooning days where you write these things down. What truly matters in life to you. How would you like to live your life and be as honest as possible? You don't need to take actions about it right away, but take the time to write it down so that you know for yourself at least. Okay, the fifth things that I do that I really like is that I bought myself a notebook and I wrote everything that I overcome over the years during my life. And God knows there are a lot of things, but in your everyday life, again, you tend to forget who you are. You tend to forget everything you've been through, everything you've overcome. And it really hits when you write it on paper and you read everything at once. It's really shocking. Always feel like a superhero when I do that, because I really can't believe that. There are so many things that we tend to forget, Every day you hear about this and that stuff, and every time you start feeling like you're lagging behind, like you're not good enough, like you're being lazy, maybe you're a failure, and all these negative thoughts start rising in your mind. I like to read all these accomplishments again, from small to huge, from my childhood to today. Things that I'm proud of, that I know that I overcame. It can be anything. It needs to make sense to you again. No man, I'm telling you, this is a real deal what I'm telling you. If you already knew about stuff like that, good. If you didn't, you really need to start doing that, because it is a confidence shot, a self-love boost. It hits. It helps to realize how powerful, how strong, how resilient you are. So I really encourage you to do that. In my worst days, it is a very, very good ally. Another thing that I do that is really, really nice too is that I bought a little book like this that is all cute, and I just write, I have one page for everything, and every page I just write something very cool that happened to me. So it can be something that I manifested and I'm so happy about it. It can be like a miracle that happened, something crazy like that, or something that I'm just very happy about that made my day, I really try every time something really cool happened to me and I get this thrilling feeling, I really try to be mindful and go write it down. Oh my God, listen to me. There are so many things that made you so happy that you forgot. Sadly, we tend to only remember the worst because it leaves a stain on our mind, on our memories, and this is what we tend to remember first, because pain creates attachments, right? So I really went ahead and I decided to write down good stuff that happened to me so I could go over these good memories. And no, you have no idea, when you feel down, or just from time to time when you grab this little notebook and reread it, you read about cool stuff that happened to you 2 years ago, something when you went to the park and this lady did this for you, you completely forgot about about it, it is such an amazing feeling. You dive back into that memory, and it's really nice to remember to mark down and seal good stuff that happened to you. Because again, as I was saying before, the mind is very quick to forget those kind of stuff. It helps reminding you that life is good, that good stuff happens all the time to you, and miracles happen, and how blessed you are. This is extremely powerful. It really helped me realize how lucky I was to reread the whole thing sometimes. How lucky I was as a person, how many good stuff happened to me, like in a year, for example, or in a month. And I'm like, oh my god, wow. Oh, I have angels. It can be tiny things, you know. You forgot your wallet somewhere and this person showed up out of nowhere and helped you. Little moments like this that with the distance, when you reread it, you see that you are loved, you know, and protected and where you're supposed to be. So doing that is very powerful, and I strongly advise you to do it. And finally, last but not least, what I do sometimes when I see myself being in a hurry, trying to get something done super fast, or when I see myself being agitated because I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet, and you know, you just start speeding up, you don't know why. I literally stop and ask myself, literally, where are you going? This is not a competition. There's nothing to win. Do you know that? Why are you running? Where are you going? To where? There? Is that where you're so eager to reach? And it's true, you know, so many people are always running and always feeling like they have to be the ones who know first, who get there first, who whatever first. And this is confusing. Why? Guys, you know, you won't get anything after this life. Nobody will give you a reward. There is nothing to win here. You won't get a medal, you won't get a reward for anything that you've done first, that you've been there first, or you know this, or they don't know about this, but you're the only one who's good for you. But you know, at some point you're just gonna die, and that's all. So you really just want to seriously start focusing on what's truly important to you, and stop taking this experience as a competition, because it is not. Nobody will win anything at all. You will just die. So I really hope this video was helpful, and if you are someone who's struggling with comparing yourself to others a lot, to feeling kind of envious, I hope these tools were very helpful and will be implemented. All of this truly helped me, and I hope it will help you too. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments, and if you enjoy that kind of content, have a look at my YouTube and join the self-awareness journey. Take back the control of your life. As for me, I will leave you there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.